Hi, this is Palgorithms. Welcome to my video. Today I'm making a classic DVD movement that we all know about, and I'm wondering how it will be in JavaScript. So let's start. I have a folder right here which is called New Empty Project. I'm gonna use this folder in every project that we make. Why? Because I don't want to start from scratch every time. But anyway, let's copy all of these and let's copy this. Yeah, that's an idea. We call it DVD. Maybe big letters. And now I will open this folder in VS Code. And the first thing I'm gonna do is show you these files. This is a simple HTML file with a div in the body, a JS file, and a CSS file. The div has an ID called container, and the JavaScript is just a log, and the style is just nothing interesting yet. The container has position absolute and it's filling the whole screen. Okay, let's have this one closed, please. I don't want this. Come on. Go away from me. I don't need you. Please. Whew, okay, I finally get rid of it, and I'm gonna open this with live server so we don't have to refresh every time. And let's test if it's working. Console, yeah, we have high as we had here. And about the style, let's have a background color red. Yeah, everything's working. So what's the first thing that I'm gonna do? We need a DVD to move around. I'm gonna go download a DVD PNG so we can work with it. Okay, we're back and we have a DVD PNG which I recently downloaded. It's inside a folder called IMG. So let's continue. I'm gonna have div called, let's say, DVD holder, and we will have an IMG inside it. The src's IMG, DVD.png, and alt is DVD. So we have the picture, and what are we going to do with this? First thing I'm gonna say is it's not actually the size that we want. Let's see it. DVD holder, and right here we have, let's say, background color blue, and yeah, it's not good. We need to change some things here. For example, we need a position of absolute, so it gets a certain position inside the relative position. We can say, for example, the left is 100 pixels and the top is 200 pixels, for example. And it's still too big, right? Don't look at me like that. What I'm gonna do is change the width and height. Width must be, let's say, 100 pixels. No, it's not that good. 300, 400. like the 300. Let's change the height. 100 pixel. No. 200. Maybe, yeah. But the image is overflowing, so we have to change the size of image too. What I'm gonna do is the height must be 100%. The width as well. But it stretches. We have to change the object fit to cover, I guess. Yep. We have the thing that we need to move. So the next part is going to be in JavaScript. Just before that, let's change the colors a bit. Maybe change the color of this to let's say pink. Not bad for now. And change the background of the whole screen to black. Yeah, you can see where this is going. And now we reach the JavaScript. That's the whole point of this video. Let's start. The first thing is we need a continuous motion to move this DVD around. The continuous motion must be a loop, actually, and the loop can't be a for because JavaScript is a single thread language and it's not good in loops like this. You have to simulate a different kind of loop, which is called animation loop. You'll see it in a minute. Let's have a function and call it animate, for example. And inside it I will have this log, and after the log I want to write something called request animation frame, and I'm giving it the name of my function, and to start the loop I have to call this function. Let's see what's happening. And it's going pretty well. We have a continuous motion, and now I'm gonna talk about the logic between moving this DVD and what to do when it hits the wall. Okay, let's say that this is our DVD and the whole board is the screen. The point is we have 4 directions, and each of them, this shape must change the position. The position is like this. Here is minus, plus. This is the x-axis, this is the y-axis. For example, let's imagine we're going in this direction. This means the x component of this DVD must go up, and the y should go up too. And in code we will name them as left and top. That's because the left is the distance from here to here, and the top is the difference from here to here. And when we add the x or top, we will go in this direction because it's going up. So it pushes the shape to the other way. Let's see the other directions. Here x is going in this direction, so it's going down, but the y is still going up. Here the y goes down because it's the opposite direction. The x is going up again, and here the x is going down, y is going down as well. That's how we're going to move this DVD in all of directions. But another thing I can say is pretty important is when we hit one of these walls. For example, if we go down and hit this wall, how can we understand that we hit the wall? When we hit the wall, the DVD will be like this. And it's so small. When DVD is here, we have top, which is this, but we have another thing which is bottom, which is the distance from the top to bottom of our DVD. And we have another thing which is the complete height of our screen when the bottom is equal or more than the whole height. Let's say like this. We know that we hit this down wall. And other locations, for example, when we hit here, we know that this is our width, and when it gets more or equal, this one has equal to, then the right property, which is from here to here, and as simple as that, we can understand when we hit these walls. And these walls are pretty easy because we can see here's the top. If the top gets to 0, there's no space between the top of the screen and this DVD, we can understand that we hit the top wall. And the same here with the left property. If the left property is equal to 0, it means that we hit this wall. And I'm gonna use less than 0.2 plus the equal sign, because maybe that we're adding two quantities, and for example, we're here, we add 2, but we go more than the screen. It's just not exactly 0. For example, it gets to -1, and we have to consider if we pass that point, we have to come back. Anyway, I don't know. I hope you understand what I mean. Let's get back to coding. Okay, now that we know what we must do, let's start. I will have a variable called DVD, and I'm gonna set it to the document that gets elements by ID, and the ID is DVD holder. Let's close this one. Let's just test the movement. dvd.style.left plus equals 4. I don't think it works. Let's see. No, it doesn't work. We must find another way to calculate the left property of our image, and it's dvd. Get bound inclined rect dot left. This will give us the actual distance between the left side of the screen and left side of our image. So we will add it to a number, for example 2. Nothing is happening. That's because I have to say it's pixels. Now we have movement. Yeah, let's see it again. And it's pretty smooth. That's the point that we used animation frame. But it's just a single movement to one side, and it's not even the side we want it to be. We want it to be diagonal. So we have to do the same thing, this time for the top. Yep, let's slow it down, bro. Wait a second. Yeah. This is one of our directions. Direction RD. Let's have the direction variable and we'll call it RD, and say if the direction is RD, we will do this movement. But if it's not, we'll do something else. Let's say if it was left D. In that case, we will have the left -1. And this continues for the other two directions. Let's say RU, right up. The right up must be left is plus and top is minus. The other one, it's LU, and the left must be minus. So let's change the direction. It's going right down. We want it to go left down. It's going in this direction. Let's say left up. Oh, doesn't work well. Whoa. I'm so embarrassed for myself. The problem is we didn't say direction equal this, whatever it is. That's it. Now we have left up movement, and the last one is right up, and it works pretty well. So the last thing that we must do is we don't want the movement to be infinite. We want to change when it hits the wall, it goes to another direction. Let's get back to right down direction, and we will have an if right here to check if it hits the wall. How this works, we're going right down. There's two possibilities to hit, the down wall and the right wall. So how do we understand if we hit the down wall? We can just say if the dvd.style no, it must be like this, but this time we will have to say bottom. We will check if the bottom property of our image is equal to the whole screen size. And how I'm gonna get the screen size is pretty simple too. The container that we have fits the whole screen, so we can just see height of our container. Let's say container, I guess. Was it? Yeah. If this is bigger or equal to container that style that height, I'm not sure if it works, but let's test it out. We must change the direction to something else right here. And which direction do we go? We're going down right, and we hit the down wall. Obviously we have to go right up. Let's write it down and let's see if it works. Oh, it must not be a const because we're changing it. Bro, what the hell? Okay, I found the problem. The problem is we have to change this to client height. And when we do this, bam, we have bounciness. There's another possibility that we said. We may hit the right wall. And how are we gonna check if we hit the right wall? It's quite the same with some changes. We have to change this one to width and change this one to right. And if you're wondering what that does, I will explain it in a minute. We're checking if the right property of our image, which is from this position to this one, is equal or more than client width of our container, which is this distance. If this part reaches this part, it means that the right property of our image is equal to the whole width. And that's how we can understand it hit the right wall. And the direction must change from right down to left down. Why did I think so much? Yeah, that's it. Let's test it out, and I want to change the position of my image so it hits the right wall. Let's say 500. Yeah, that's good. Run the animation. Yeah, if you saw that, bam. And we have to do the same thing that we did with the right down with every one of these directions. It's probably the same, but there's just a trick in hitting the upper wall and the left wall. Let's say we want to do the same thing but from left up. It's not a trick actually, but I think it's something different. For example, here I want to check if it hits the top wall. You have to say the top must be less or equal 0. And the direction it just wants to run away. No, I don't want to go that way. Okay, the direction must be left down. Bro, calm down. Yeah, finally. Yeah, that's the whole thing that we must do for hitting the top wall, and for hitting the left wall it's probably the same. For this time we have left less than 0, less or equal than 0. Let's change the position again. Direction sucks. Yeah. As you could understand what is happening, I'm gonna do the same thing with these two, and we'll see what happens after that. Okay, as you can see, I did this for all of them, and let's hope it works. We're gonna start at left up, and let's delete this log, we don't need it. Seems pretty well. That's the beauty of your code. You just sit there and watch it. Oh, it hit right on the corner. I love it. Okay, what else do we need? I don't want this stupid scroll appearing. I want the overflow of our container to be hidden. Yeah, that's better. And another thing that I want is I want it to change color when it hits the wall. Let's start. I will have a function called change color, and let's say container that style that background, what the hell, background color, what am I doing, equal to red, for example, and I should call this function in every time we change the direction. No, not the container. The DVD must change its color, and it's not changing every time, it's just a single color, but I'm gonna fix that with a variable called colors, and we will have an array with the colors we need. For example, red, pink, green, blue, what else do we need? White, yellow, and orange. That's it. I'm gonna use, I want to use random math dot random. It gives me a number between 0 and 1, so I will multiply the number to colors that length and I will get the floor of it, math.floor, looks pretty better. Yeah, it will not always change color, but I like the idea. And for the last part, I want to make this full screen and leave you in the relax and calm of this DVD moving around. Okay, I think that's it. Another thing I wanted to do is to change the speed as we want. For example, we have a constant called speed, and it's 1. And every time we want to add one, we will use the speed variable. For example, we change the speed to 3, it goes faster. Yeah. Let's say 10. Where'd it go, buddy? I love it. I already love it. 100? It's perfect. I'll just go back and forth. Yeah. That's the beauty of code. If you don't like this, I don't know, maybe I'm sick. Okay, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Consider subscribing and like this video. If you want to have this project that we did, this masterpiece, you can find it on GitHub account. The link is in the description. And have fun coding. Yeah.